Welcome in to tonight's broadcast of the 5150 Cup Series here at Pocono. We're going to sit back, relax, have some fun. Maybe hear for some drivers. We've got about 4 minutes left in practice here. Let's see what we got going on tonight. We're going to have ourselves a 60-lap race, or 150 miles here of the Tricky Triangle. Stage caution will be end of lap 18 unless there's a wreck beforehand. One stage only tonight. If it comes down to it at the end, we'll have 3 attempts at a green-white checkered. Go ahead and run through the current point standings so everybody is familiar. Chris Vinson, 33 car right here, is currently the points leader. He's got 4 wins on the season. He's leading the standings right now with 655 points. P2 in the standings. Right there, the 53, Brian Zamora. He's got 602, 1 win on the season. Third in the standings right there, JT Tinker. Also 1 win on the season. Fourth, you got Chad White right there in the 28. He is the highest in the standings without a win this year. And we'll see if he can break that streak tonight. Fifth in your standings is 37, Bryce Barfield. Cam Patterson, where is he at? 38 car right there. He is 6th in your standings. He's got 2 wins on the season. In P7, which I don't think he's here tonight, is Riley Sullivan. Justin Rhodes right there in the 71 is your P8 in points. Aaron Poplin in that 63 is 9th in points and rounding out your top 10. 19 car right there of Logan Physician. We've got about two minutes left here in practice. Let's see if we've got any drivers wanting to talk to us. These guys are lame, man. If you want to be interviewed on the broadcast, you kind of got to be in the Discord. Just saying. We got a minute and a half left here. I'll be back to you when we've got some qualifying. As we're getting into qualifying, let's have a quick talk with Bryce Barfield if he comes back into the frickin' Discord. What are you doing, dude? Get your ass back in the waiting room. Meanwhile, we'll watch JT Tinker take his out lap here. Looked like the car was a little pushy there in turn 2. You don't want to do that on your hot lap. Got a lot of cars out here taking their hot laps. We've got about 3 or 4 drivers here about to finish their first lap. Let's see what kind of times we get on the board. Right now, your fastest, Cam Patterson. 53.77. Let's see if he can improve on that. Bryce Farfield's right behind him. Looks like he might have pushed a little bit there in turn 2. That might hurt him. Coming to the line. Let's see if he's faster. He did not improve on his time. Still a 53.77. Bryce Barfield improved on his time, but it was not enough. 400ths back. Chris Vincent at 33 with a .37. Let's check on Chad White here. He's coming out of turn 3. Let's see what kind of time he can set. Apparently he can't set one. Oh, we got a new pole sitter right there. The 33 Chris Vincent beats Cam Patterson's time by 3/100ths. We still got a couple cars finishing up their laps here. 63 of Aaron Poplin comes across the line. That lap puts him P5. Matthew Byers just crossed the line. Ooh, we've got a tie. Down to the hundredths. Matt Byers, Cam Patterson, both 3/100ths of a second back. Let's have a conversation with the 37 of Bryce Barfield. Hey Bryce, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, sitting P4 after qualifying. Pretty close times up there at the top 4, all within a 1/10 of a second. How's the car feel tonight?
It doesn't feel bad. I just don't know the track very well. I haven't raced here many times. I know passing is going to be hard, so I'm just going to try and maintain.
Well, you're off to a pretty good start, only being 8/100ths off the pole. Hopefully you're going to be fast tonight, and I look forward to watching, man.
Yep, thanks.
Yep, good luck. It was 37 there of Bryce Barfield. Matt Byers rolls it down pit road. Nice job, right in your box. It's a pretty good parking job. We've got nobody else on track right now, so... Actually, Justin Rhodes is just hanging out and vibing. that starter machine. He hasn't even set a lap yet. All eyes are on you, man. No pressure. You're going to get out there. We'll see if he gets that starter machine fired up. Well, we've got about 2 minutes to waste here. Let's go ahead and check out our pole sitter, Chris Vinson. Set his qualifying time. As our drivers have finished rolling off of pit road there. Getting ready to go into turn 2. Let's roll through your starting lineup one more time. Pole position, you got the 33 right there, Chris Vinson. Starting on his outside, the 44, Matthew Byers. Third, you got Cam Patterson. Fourth, you got Bryce Barfield. You got Chad White right there in 5th. 6th place, starting out, will be Brian Zamora. Aaron Poplin rolling off 7th. Logan Physician, 8th place. You got J2 Tinker starting out 9th. Justin Rhodes right there in 10th, followed by Justin Razema rolling off 11th. Let's go back up here to the front of the field. Get ready for that green flag. Drivers roll out of turn 3. Pace car is off. As they roll into that restart zone, green, green, green. Green flag is out. Both drivers on your front row get a good launch. Cam Patterson's getting a good run behind. Let's see if he's going to make a move. They're fanning out. Still side by side racing out front here. Chris Vinson's getting a good run off. He should cover up out of the corner. Although the 44, Matt Byers and Feather 8, Cam Patterson still side by side. Whoa, you got one off back there. Looks like Justin Razema. Looks like he saved it though. Still side by side here going into 2. Cam Patterson making a move for the lead early. Can he make it stick? Ooh, Vincent gets loose there. 44 Byers breathing down his neck, and you got the 37 waiting right there, trying to get another spot himself. Cam Patterson out to your lead. Still side by side for P2. Vincent and Barfield battling here. Byers trying to put his nose in there. Close racing early on. Cam Patterson likes it. Wants them to keep fighting. Logan Physician making a move right there. I'm sorry, that was the 28 there. Chad White on the outside of Bryce Barfield. They're battling for 4th. Right now, 1, 2, 3 is Patterson, Vincent, Barfield. He's still got his nose there through turn 2. This is a battle here. Neither driver wants to give this spot up. Still side by side in a turn 3. Chris Vincent, Matthew Byers side by side right now for 3rd. This is for 2nd, sorry. At the stripe, it's Vincent. He gets the run off the corner. Let's see if Byers is going to try to make another move. Cam Patterson's trying to leave him behind. It's tough to do here because that draft is important. Everybody looks to be pretty single file right now. Let's check out JT Tinker here. He's looking to the inside of Logan Physician. Is he going to dive it into the corner? He does. Is he going to be able to get the run out? Logan keeps the spot. Everybody's single file right now. There's no yellows before the stage. Stage caution will be at lap 18. Cam Patterson's still leading. The rest of the field has caught him quick. Now they got single file. Vincent's only 2/10 back. Byers only 1/10 back from Vincent. Byers might look to the inside. I think he's content to just ride for now. Save his stuff and just stay in the draft. Barfield looks to the inside. He gets to the inside of Byers. He's trying to make that pass for 3rd. Covers up on the exit. He gets it done. Just behind them, you've got Brian Zamora looking to the inside of Chad White. Let's see if he can make the pass happen here into one, or if Chad's just going to give it to him. Oh, they stay side by side. Ooh. Ooh, man. Samara got loose there. Chad White probably just saw his life flash before his eyes. That was close. That was almost a huge mistake there from Samara. That could have been costly. Logan Physician gives up the 7th spot there to Aaron Poplin. Might be the 8th spot. They're side by side racing right now. This is your closest racing on track. Closest, hardest fight. Patterson still out front by about 3/10. Everybody's single file right now, saving their stuff. That's probably what I would do if I was racing, if I'm being honest. Six laps into this 60-lap race. 1/10 of the way there. Current running order right now: Cam Patterson, Chris Vinson, Bryce Barfield, Matthew Byers, Chad White, Brian Samara. Then you got JT Tinker, Logan Physician, Aaron Poplin, Justin Rosema, and Justin Rhodes rounding out your field right now. Not too much happening this early on. Everybody seems to just be content to stay in the draft. Chad White looking to the inside of Matthew Byers. Byers is probably going to get the run off the corner and cover back up. Got some side-by-side action back here. Almost some door banging coming off the corner between Logan Physician and Aaron Poplin back here. Your top three still staying pretty close to each other, all within 0.3 of a second. Anybody could make a move any second here if they wanted to. Oh! Bryce Barfield hard into the inside wall. Oh, man. Looks like he just pushed up out of the corner there. That's what it looked like to me. Let's go back here and look at it. So they're coming through turn 2 here. He gets the run on the inside and just pushes right up. It's not clear. Hopefully he can limp that thing to the end of the stage and he'll be all right. Looks like he hasn't lost a terrible amount of speed. But that definitely gives Cam Patterson a lot more breathing room up front. Your race for second right now: Vincent Byers and Chad White. They're all pretty close together there. Cam Patterson has stretched his lead to almost a second. Makes you wonder if Vincent has a little bit of damage from that contact there. It is possible. He did get pinched into the outside wall pretty good. Everything is single file right now. They are gaining on Cam Patterson right now. So we'll see if they'll be able to catch him before we get to our stage caution at lap 18. Out of the drivers that are here tonight, Cam Patterson finished second here at Pocono last year. He's looking to get that #1 spot. Chris Vinson was actually third. So your second and third place from last year running first and second right now. Your previous winner from last year, Tommy Brandon, he is not here tonight. Also with top fives last year, Brian Zamora and Matthew Byers. Both had a top 5 last year. It's getting pretty close here for P2. Vincent and Byers right there. Patterson's doing a good job of maintaining this lead at the moment. Everybody behind him just can't seem to catch up to him. I'm not sure what could have happened to Justin Rozema, but he looks like he is out of this race now. I just noticed that on the scoring there. Not sure if he spun or got damaged or what happened, but he seems to be out. Cam Patterson in that Red Bull machine. Keeping it clean out front. Chris Vinson. That's his view right now. Hoping to reel him back in. You got to be real patient on that throttle. It's really easy to get on the gas too early there in turn 1, and next thing you know, you're pushing up towards the wall, and that is not where you want to be. I think his car is just tight. Maybe he can make himself an adjustment. Got a pretty close race for third here. Byers, Chad White, Brian Zamora all real close. Chad White's getting a pretty good run here. We'll see if he makes a move into turn 1. Man. Cam Patterson is checked out. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th place all right here. Chad White making the move to the inside of Matt Byers here, going into turn 2, going into the tunnel turn. Byers gives him the spot. Doesn't make for fun racing, but it's probably a smart thing to do. Means Chad White's going to move into 3rd place. Brian Zamora wants to see if he can get the spot. There's Byers going to fight back. He gets a run to the inside. Oh, we've almost got 3 wide right here for 3rd. I think we do. Is anybody going to back out? Zamora thinks better of it and says, I shouldn't be here right now. Byers covers back up. Chad White gets another run. This is some exciting stuff right here for 3rd. Chris Vinson's kind of checked away from these guys, but man, I think there's been a different leader through every corner the last couple laps. Chad White gets the good run. Zamora and Byers still battling. We've actually got a battle back here for 7th between Logan, physician Aaron Poplin. Logan gives Aaron the spot and looks to get the run off the corner. Coming out of turn 3, it looks like it's going to be Aaron Poplin's spot. He takes over P7. Your battle for third looks like it's going to belong to Chad White. Brian Zamora does get the spot from Matt Byers. And we've got a new name in the mix. JT Tinker has made his way up here to these guys. He might have been saving up his tires a little bit. But through all this, Cam Patterson's still out front by a lot. He's got almost 2.5 seconds on second place Chris Vinson. And Vinson's got about a second back to Chad White. But third, fourth, fifth, and sixth all right here in a line. And then you go back to seventh. Aaron Poplin and Logan Physician still right there close. That could be interesting coming to the stage. JT Tinker looking to make the pass on Matthew Byers, and he does. He's going to take over that fifth spot right behind his team owner, Brian Zamora. Byers gets a run. He gets into the outside wall, though. That's going to slow him down. Cam Patterson right now taking that white flag for the stage. He's pretty comfortably in first. He's got about a little over 3 seconds back to Chris Vinson there. But it looks like it could get interesting here for third. Zamora makes a dive on Chad White. He makes it through. JT Tinker looking to put his nose in there. He might get the spot too. They're still side by side coming out of the corner. Byers giving Chad White a push. JT Tinker still to the inside of Matt Byers. Sends it into turn 2. Gets into the wall. Oh, they both save it. That's going to cost Byers some track position, though. Man, oh man. Here comes Cam Patterson. He's going to be your stage winner tonight. Chris Vinson, P2. Chad White, P3. Oh, I'm sorry. Brian Zamora, P3. And Chad White gets P4. JT Tinker at 93 machine, P5. Byers, P6. You know what? I'm getting worried that these guys forgot when the stage is. They're still racing. Oh, man. Who knows? They could be going to lap 20. I don't know anymore. What do I know? There it is. There's your stage yellow. Cam Patterson wins stage 1 by a wide margin. Gonna see if he can repeat that. For the rest of the race, Chris Vinson, P2. Zamora, P3. Chad White, P4. JT Tinker getting that top 5 after getting into the wall with Matthew Byers. Byers finishes P6. We're going to go ahead and take a short little break here. The drivers get ready to bring it down pit road. We'll be back to you shortly. We are back after not a mistake-free, but a caution-free first stage. Looks like Bryce Barfield, he decided to come in early before the stage finished. He flipped the field and he's out front now. He's going to be leading them to green. Looks like Brian Zamora. Chad White right there, second row. Pace car getting ready to pull off. And we're getting ready to go back green. Lap 22 out of 60. Green flag. Barfield gets a good launch there. Clears Cam Patterson. Let's see if he's going to move up, cover that spot up. Still side by side, farther back for third. Chad White. Brian Zamora goes side by side in a turn one. Got some three wide action back here in the back of the field. Looks like Logan Position's going to back out of that one. Chad White right now making a move for P2 on Cam Patterson. Gets a good run out of the corner, goes into turn two. Cam Patterson sticks it on the outside. Chad White's going to move back up, get in line. Bryce Barfield out to a quick lead. He's up about 0.6 of a second. Cam Patterson's going to look to reel him right back in, though. Matthew Byers looks to the inside there. Chad White dives it into the corner, covers that spot up. Chad White looking to cross him over. They're side by side coming off the corner. I think Chad White's got the run. Is he going to cover up? Byers actually gets back beside him. They go side by side into turn two. Byers gets the spot. Brian Zamara's getting a run. JT Tinker's going to help his boss out, give him a push. Brian Zamora might be moving up to fourth here, and JT Tinker's going to look to follow him. Man, Chad just lost 2 spots there. He just went from fourth to sixth. Oh, but he's getting a run. Are they going to go 3 wide in a turn 2? Chad thinks better of it. Now he's got Aaron Poplin to his outside. Poplin really blows the corner. Vinson's loose. He manages to save it. Meanwhile, Cam Patterson breathing down Bryce Barfield's neck right now for P1. Is the battle for the lead right here. Barfield trying to hold him off. Cam Patterson trying to get back out to a lead just like stage 1. The rest of your field is single file right now. We continue to focus on this fight for the lead. Barfield and Patterson checking out from the rest of the field right now. They've got about a second between them and Byers. We know Cam Patterson's fast, but if he keeps making mistakes like that, it's not going to be good. We'll check back in with them for a moment. Right now, Matthew Byers sitting in that 3rd spot. JT Tinker 4th pretty comfortably. Chad White under some pressure for 5th from Brian Zamora. Zamara's going to make the pass. Poplin right behind. They both get the spot. That's going to put Chad White back to 7th. Brian Zamora takes 5th and 6th. Cam Patterson's made his way back up to Barfield here. He is right on his bumper. Let's see if he's going to make the move here into 3. Barfield covers up. Looks like Patterson might have gave him the bumper a little bit and made him do the Houdini. Barfield trying to break that toe. Chris Vincent here getting a run on Justin Rhodes. As we watch your fight for fifth here, Chad White trying to get a spot back on Aaron Poplin. They're side by side out of turn one. Got a drag race down Long Pond. Poplin retains the spot. Justin Rhodes washes up there a little bit. JT Tinker. He got loose. He got real loose. Let's go back and watch that again. Coming into turn two, he just comes out of the corner, smacks the wall. Hell of a save there from the driver of the 93. That was crazy. As we go back live. Cam Patterson still right behind Bryce Barfield. He hasn't been able to make a move. Matthew Byers has checked out to a pretty comfortable third. Let's see if we get the move here into turn three. Barfield goes down to block. Cam Patterson, he's thinking about all them blocks, and he's one of these times he's going to say screw it and just give him the bumper. Trying to be respectful right now. JT's still able to hold on to that fourth spot after that scary moment with the wall. But he's got Brian Zamora and Chad White and Chris Vincent right behind him. Justin Rhodes makes a pass on Aaron Poplin there. That's going to be for eighth. Chad White, Chris Vincent side by side. Vincent gets the run. Justin Rhodes is looking to get on the outside going into the corner. Can he make it stick out there? I don't know. He can. He has to back out. This is really close here for fourth on back. Bryce Barfield's still your leader by a couple of tenths over Cam Patterson, as we're officially halfway. Byers hasn't been able to make up too much ground, but he's made up a lot of ground on fourth. Brian Zamora goes to the inside there of JT Tinker. Chad White looking to the inside of Chris Vincent. He's not going to be able to get there. Man. These four cars right here have just been battling. Chad White into the wall. He manages to save it. Vincent's looking to the outside of Samara. Ooh, man. Vincent goes around. Zamara locks it down. Vincent into the wall. Almost on his roof, and that's going to bring out a yellow. No surprise there. Let's see if he's able to limp it back, and let's go back and watch that. See what happened here between these two. Right along with Chris Vincent here. He gives Zamara a bump going into two. Gets to his outside. Zamara trying to side draft just comes up into him and clips him. He did a pretty good job of keeping it together and just managed to get into that outside wall. But that's unfortunate there for your points leader. as he's in his pit stop getting repaired. Cam Patterson actually out front right now. I'm not sure if he made the pass on track or if he just got out of the pits ahead of him. Oh, they're coming down right now, actually, so he must have got in front of him. We're going to watch the race off of pit road and take a quick break. Cam Patterson leading him to green. Green flag is out. 27 to go here in the 5150 Cup Series at Pocono. He gets a good launch. Matthew Byers looking to follow right behind him and get that second spot from Bryce Barfield. Let's see if he can do it coming into turn one. Barfield drives it in hard, covers up. .44 gets a run coming out of the corner, though. He looks to the inside. Barfield looks to go down the block. Can't quite do it. 44 gets back to his inside. Going into turn 2, side by side. A little bit of a bump there. Both drivers keep it together, keep it clean. What a move for JT. He gets the inside of Logan's position. We've got a hell of a battle here between these 5 cars. Byers and Barfield still side by side. Who can get the run off the corner? Barfield pulls another Houdini. Chad White looking to get his name in this mix. Cam Patterson's already checked out by almost a second and a half. He loves this. He says, keep battling, y'all. Chad White moving into P3. We got a battle for P4. Byers and JT Tinker side by side coming out of the corner. JT Tinker pushes up into the wall. Man, oh man. 44 looking to the inside of Chad White. Going into turn 2. Logan position looking to the inside of JT Tinker right behind. 44 covers up. 28 right on his bumper going into 3. Barfield's kind of checking out in second. They're still battling right here for third. JT Tinker and Logan position. They touch. Dooring each other going down the straightaway. Might be a little bit of beef there. Who knows? Logan's going to lose another spot there to Brian Zamora. Tinker right on the bumper of Chad White. Cam Patterson checked out by almost a second and a half over Bryce Barfield right now. And Barfield's trying to check out from these other guys. He's about half a second up. We know both of those guys are fast, but I don't know if Barfield's fast enough to close a gap that big already. Byers kind of settling into third. Chad White's still right there, and they're side by side behind him for fifth. Brian Zamora tried to take the spot. JT Tinker gets the run. Coming out of the corner. At the stripe. Spot goes to JT Tinker. They're still side by side going into turn 1 here. Tinker dives it in. Zamora might have backed out a little bit trying to get the crossover. Let's see if he can make it stick. He gets back to the inside. Got a drag race. Drag race going up to turn 2 here. Zamora and Tinker side by side. Zamora dives it into 2. Tinker sticks right there with him. Still side by side right now for your 5th spot. Tinker had a better run off the corner. Now Zamora has got to replan his attack. We check behind Vincent. He's moving up here to 7th. Logan position, Aaron Poplin, Justin Rhodes here all battling for 8th. Man, oh man. Cam Patterson, he's working on getting gone. You know, if these guys behind him work together with the draft, they might be able to catch him, but they're certainly not going to get any draft from him. He's out of there. 22 to go. It looks like it's going to be Cam Patterson's race to lose. It's Bryce Barfield. He's now under pressure for 2nd from Byers. Chad White right behind both of them. Feels like Byers and Chad White have been fighting all night. They've been around each other the whole frickin' time. This is your battle for 3rd here. A little farther back. Got some racing going on back here between Logan position, Justin Rhodes, Aaron Poplin. It's your 8 through 10 right here. Rhodes and Poplin side by side. Poplin looked like he got a little loose right there. Might cost him. Especially with the 71 getting that draft from the 19. He's going to have to give that spot up. He's still looking to the inside though. He's not done. Bryce Barfield still kind of maintaining that gap from Cam Patterson. It's been going between about 1.5 to 2 seconds. Cam Patterson wants to see that number keep going up. He's way out in front. Byers is right on the bumper of Bryce Barfield, though, as they're side by side behind JT Tinker, Chad White. They're fighting for that 4th spot. Then you got a pretty good gap back there to 5th, 6th. Zamara and Vincent kind of in no man's land behind him. Tinker thinking about looking to the outside. He gets to the outside. He's going to get the run on the outside going into turn 3 here. Looking for that 4th spot. Looks like he's going to get it. Covers up. Cam Patterson's lead is now up to 2 seconds. 19 to go. I'm not sure if there's going to be any fuel strategy involved. I imagine these guys have enough to make it to the end. Barfield looks like he got loose. Byers is able to get his outside, and JT Tinker. Byers up to P2, JT up to P3, Chad White to P4. And they're dooring each other for P2. JT was trying to look to the outside of Byers there. He gets into the wall a little bit, gets a little loose. Manages to keep it together. This is where the racing's at right now. When I tell you Cam Patterson is leaving, he is leaving town. He's got that lead up to about 3 seconds on the rest of the field right now. He is getting out of there. 44 and 93, they're side by side right now. JT Tinker gets back in line. Chad White looks to his inside. Tinker thought about the block there going into 2. Thought better of it. White's going to have a run here out of the corner. Right on his bumper, he looks to the inside again going into 3. Bryce Barfield also wants to get his name up in here. Chad White's pushing up. Keeps it off of JT. Now you've got the 33 and the 37 looking on his outside. With the draft here, they're probably going to both get by him going into turn 1. They do. Barfield now looking to the inside of JT. Let's see if he can get a run out of the corner. Still side by side. Benson's wanting to get his name back in the race after that wreck. Barfield dives it into turn 2. Can he make it stick? They might have touched wheels a little bit, but JT's still on his outside fighting hard. Chad White almost gets into Brian Zamora there in the background. Can Barfield cover up out of the corner? He does, but JT might have a run here. Vinson's looking to his inside. Not going to have the run, I don't think. Man, this is some hard racing for third. This is some good stuff. JT Tinker up into the wall. 33 Chris Vinson gets underneath him. He's going to have the momentum. He's going to come up and cover up. JT Tinker still trying to get on his outside. Not going to be able to do it. So everybody goes back single file for at least this second. Cam Patterson is up to a 3-second lead still. 16 to go. His pace has not fallen off. Question is Byers saving more? Is he going to have enough left in the tank to make that deficit up with 15 to go? He's also got Bryce Barfield to worry about. He's getting back in this race right behind him. Looks to the inside, trying to make the pass. I think Byers is going to have too much momentum off the corner. Byers does cover back up. You're running order right now. Cam Patterson, Matthew Byers, Bryce Barfield, Chris Vincent, JT Tinker. Brian Zamara 6th, Chad White 7th. 8th, 9th, and 10th are Logan Physician, Justin Rhodes, Aaron Poplin. As we're getting towards the tail end of this thing, I really think it's go time if Matthew Byers is going to be able to catch Cam Patterson. The gap is still about 3 seconds. If he's got anything left, he's got to go. But Barfield, he's looking to get P2. He dives to the inside. He makes it stick. I think Byers is going to have the momentum, though. Vincent looking to put his hat in the ring. He pushes Barfield through Matt Byers, I guess. iRacing, hello? Am I seeing things? I don't know, but all I know is we're 2x2 here for second. Barfield keeps it to the inside of Byers. He makes the pass.
Slide job.
It was. It certainly was a slide job. Hello, Blake.
What am I missing, Jesse?
There's not much of a battle for first. Cam Patterson is about a world ahead. He's about 4 seconds out. But the battle for second through fifth is some of the best racing I've ever seen at Pocono. These guys are throwing haymakers right now.
Gonna be interesting to see who can take home second.
Yeah, Barfield, he's trying to get a good lead on the rest of these guys here. JT Tinker, he's moved up to third on Matthew Byers, but Byers is looking to get it back on the inside. And Vincent, the points leader, he's just watching him, hoping for a mistake.
Is there any fuel strategy going on, or everybody good to go?
Man, as low budget as this is, I really couldn't tell you. I think they all have enough fuel to make it to the end. Our last pit stop was with about 20 to go, 22 to go. I think they can make that on a tank. Patterson's just gone. So, he's riding off into the sunset.
Well, another thing, Jesse, I'll add, this battle for last is really spicing up between Logan Physician and Aaron Poplin.
Yeah, they've been fighting back there, off and on. You know, I keep checking on them every once in a while, see what they're doing back here, hanging out. They've been dooring each other. They've been having a blast. I just haven't been able to keep my eyes off of this fighting up
into
here.
The wall hard.
Yep, that lets Byers and Vincent both by him. Now his boss breathing down his neck. Brian Zamara is going to look to get that spot too.
I imagine he's got some damage after that one.
Yeah, looks like the right front of that car is definitely crumpled. That's not going to help him any. Vincent might be looking to get P3 here into the corner. Not going to happen. Man, they are racing hard. This is fun to watch.
You miss any good wrecks?
The only real wreck we had, Zamara and Vincent got together. I'm not sure if they have a little history, but it looks like Vincent not doored. He looks like he got Zamara in the bumper going into the corner and then got the run, and Zamara paid him back with a little bit of a left turn. That's what it looked like from my untrained eye. As Vincent and Byers go side by side. Vincent gets the pass.
Just received word on the radio. Logan Physician, he's ready to go home.
Well, you know, I don't think Pocono's too far of a drive to New York, so I think he can beat the traffic if he wanted to. Oh,
you know, this is his home oval. You think he'd be better at it?
It's a triangle, though.
Well,
I don't know if you saw it, but JT Tinker caught the wall again. You know, I think he's hit the wall more than anyone else.
Yeah, that little bit of talent JT had, he's thrown out the window here these last few laps. That's for sure.
He's fallen back. Let's see if he can do anything.
Chad White trying to get around these back markers back here.
He's wanting to. He's definitely wanting to. You know, I think Cam Patterson, I think he's just on vacation right now. I think he's the only one on the track in his mind. He's just... They're almost half a straightaway behind him now. I might not bring him up again until it's one to go. I think we just got to watch this battle for second. 'Cause he's just gone.
Definitely spaced out first through about fourth here.
Yeah, it looks like the closest we've got right now is 5th through 7th with Zamara, Tinker, and Chad White. It's our closest.
We just had a big slide job for second to last. Logan Festitian just took the spot from Aaron Poplin. What a battle back here.
You throwing slide jobs?
Aaron Poplin is dropping off big time.
Yeah, he's I don't know if he can fight back from whatever Logan did. I missed it on the stream. He's got a lot of ground to make up now.
Rumor is Logan heard us talking about him, and he turned it up. Definitely picked up some speed.
He's trying to find out the best way to get some camera time for 9th place.
Everybody wants that big top 10 finish.
I tell you what, JT Tinker has got to have one of the loosest cars on the track right now. I feel like every time I catch eye of him, he's driving that thing back and forth like a S,
Well, he
trying
hit
to
the
keep it
wall
together.
so hard, I'd imagine he had to have at least bent that toe link or something.
Yeah, I know that car is not happy. But you know who is happy is Chad White, because he's breathing down the neck of Brian Zamara going into 1 here. This is our closest fight right now. It's going to be for 5th place. Seeing who can get a top 5. Zamara's holding that spot down right now. Seeing anything else interesting going on, Blake? Or is this all we've got to watch right now?
Looking through the field, looks like Aaron Poplin just called it quits. Came down pit road.
Is that thing junk? Whoa!
I think he ran out of talent. Oh, position in the wall.
Chad White just made a move. He is now up to 5th. Got that pass on Brian Zamara. JT Tinker thought about getting his nose in there and said, wait a second, I can't get this car to turn. And then he fell back a little bit.
Battle for second, spicing up as Chris Vincent gets to the back bumper of Barfield.
Yeah, these guys have been battling a lot tonight. You know, it's going to be the best battle we've got because Cam Patterson, he's already about to the holler. That's about how far ahead he is of these guys. 6 to go. It's his race to
Vincent got
lose.
loose coming out of the corner. Zamara taking over the spot once again.
Zamara. Oh, man. Zamara's
Oh, they're
getting
bumping
loose.
each other. These guys are going to junk each other.
This is intense. This is your 5th through 7th right here. Chad White looking to
These
the
guys
inside.
These guys looking to go 3 wide.
This is fun. JT Tinker, Chad White still side by side. Tinker gets the run off the corner. It looks like he's going to cover up. We go back up here to 2nd. Chris Vincent biding his time. He's got to make a move eventually here. It's 5 to go. It's go time. Tinker into the wall again. I don't know if that car has a right front left on it. Chad White gets the spot back from him. Aaron Poplin's now up in this race, but he's a lap down. Samara's kind of checking out from this group.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of surprised Hooters is still on board with Poplin. I know they dropped Chase Elliott. Actually, I guess it was the other way around. I think Kendrick ended up dropping them. Man.
Well, they've still got a premier racer out here in Aaron Poplin, so at least they got that going for him. Vincent.
Yeah, Aaron's had a hell of a day.
We love him, though. Vincent's still right on the bumper of Barfield. These guys got to make something happen. They're not going to catch Cam, so they got to do what they can do for P2. Barfield led some laps earlier. Ever since the restart, he's been P2, and he just can't catch Cam Patterson. So it's just going to be between him and Vincent for second.
Tinker into the wall for about the 12th time.
I think they're going to name one after him after this race.
And check out the right side of that car and assume it's got to be gone.
Looks like Samara and Chad White are getting close together again. Chad White's using that draft from Aaron Poplin to get back up to his boss. Poplin goes to the inside of Samara. Chad White says, I'm going to try to get that spot while you're doing that. Our closest battles right now is for P2, Vincent and Barfield, and then Matthew Byers is what I'm calling no man's land. He's got no one in front of him or behind him. He's about fourth, pretty much locked down as long as he keeps it out of the wall. And then Brian Zamara and Chad White, they might have themselves a battle for fifth. I'm not sure if Chad has enough to get back up to him though. Let's go back to our battle for second. Again. Is he going to make the move here into one, or is he just going to push him?
I think make the move.
Man, it's 2 to go. It was go time.
He's back in the corner up here. He's going to try to get a run coming off. Jesse, keep an eye out on Vincent here.
We're going to watch it here.
See that run he got this dude in back in the corner up. I think he's going for it. Do it again.
Chris Vincent is showing us the utmost patience right now. He's hoping Bryce Barfield makes a mistake and just makes it easy.
33 definitely appears to be the faster car right now.
I think Barfield's holding on for dear life right now. He's looking like he's getting loose out of every corner.
White flag in the air. One more lap around the speedway.
Your leader, Cam Patterson, he's all out here by himself. Bryce Barfield trying to hold off Chris Vincent for second. Vincent to the outside. Is he going to have the run?
Shuts the door on him. I think that just solidifies second place right there. I don't think he can overcome that deficit.
Who knows? Who knows what his car has left? He might have the grip to make a send here, but we're going to have to wait and see. Your race leader, Cam Patterson, coming out of turn 3 right now. No one near him. Chris Vincent looking to make it stick. He can't. Cam Patterson, he's going to be your race winner tonight for 5150 Cup Series. Bryce Barfield's going to take home second over Chris Vincent. Matthew Byers gets your P4. Brian Zamara P5. Chad White P6. JT Tinker P7, Justin Rhodes P8, and Logan Physician. Something happened with him.
19 just blew his motor on the last lap.
I can tell you he's looking a lot like Ricky Bobby right now, wondering if those were the other cars, because he is slow. He might not make it back around to finish the lap.
I don't think he's got him.
This is some intense stuff right here. We'll see. But your race winner, he finished second last year. Improves on that with the W tonight. That's Cam Patterson. Let's see if we get a smoke show. Remember, if you're top 5, if you want to interview tonight, hop in the Discord. We'll be glad to talk to you.
Chad White, Cam Patterson. Brian Samara trying to push the 19 to the finish line. JC Tinker trying to block him.
Someone tell Cam Patterson, look out. There it is. We got carnage on the front stretch. Cam Patterson's perfect car gets damaged while he's doing his burnout. That's rough. He's giving us a smoke show. He dominated this race tonight, Blake. I know you tuned in late.
Oh,
He led almost every lap for the stage win. He was he ran second to Bryce Barfield for a good bit there, but as soon as he got back out front, he just took off.
Yeah, hell of a finish there. Hey, the racers are asking who's getting interviewed.
Anyone that's in the top 5, they can hop in the booth waiting room. We'll talk to them. Let's go ahead and get our third place finisher, Chris Vincent, up here and talk to him. Hey, Chris, it's Blake and Jesse in the booth. You got a copy, man?
Yes, sir. How are you guys doing?
Man, doing good. You managed to pull out a third place there. You were battling with a couple of guys all night. How'd the race go for you?
That was fun. Had a good time. Me and Bryant got into it a little bit.
Yeah, you did have that incident with Samara.
So. But faster race before.
Well, Chris, there at the end, it definitely looked like you had the faster car between you and Bryce, but unfortunately, it looked like you went high there in the corner, and it cost you too much ground there with the lap to go.
Yeah, I was trying to stay with him so we could try to run down Cam, and I didn't. I was content with third, with no fast repair, and I didn't want to finish last.
Well, you did better than last. You bring home a P3, man. Any shout-outs you want to make to anybody?
You guys putting on a good broadcast, good racing league, all the competitors, and Team SSR.
I don't know about a good broadcast, but man, I appreciate it, and congrats on the P3, and we'll catch you later, man.
Yeah, you guys have a good night. Thank you.
Good job, Chris.
Yeah, have a good night, Blake.
Dude.
Who do we want to bring up next? You want to talk to 5th place, Brian?
Yeah, let's go ahead and pull him up there.
Brian, Blake and Jesse in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir. I got you. What's going on?
Man, what in the world? Go ahead, Blake.
I was going to say that battle between what was about 3rd through 6th there, you guys were really duking it out there for a while.
Yeah, it was a good run there. This is always a fun track. It's hard to pass, but it's easy to stick with everybody in the draft, so it makes for a lot of fun when we're out here.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of fun. You and Vincent there, y'all were together there for the only incident on track. You have anything to say about that there?
Yeah, I want to apologize to him for that. He gave me a little bump draft getting into the tunnel turn that same lap, and I wanted to show him my displeasure by rubbing his door and just slammed into him, I guess, and sent him catapulted across the racetrack. So that was not intentional. It was, but it wasn't. I wasn't trying to turn him. I was just trying to rub him. But
you were just trying to rattle his cage, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to be like, hey, man, I didn't appreciate getting bumped as drafter. I'm already slowing down, but I definitely didn't want to spin him out.
I hear you. Well, you took home a P5 tonight. Any shout-outs you want to make tonight?
I just wanted to, like always, everybody that showed up tonight, it's good to have these guys showing up because we've been short on crowds lately. And then my guys, always appreciate them on the track. Helped me out a couple times down the front straightaway there with some draft. It's a good night for that, so I'll take that.
All right. You got anything else, Blake?
I just want to say, great job out there, Brian. I definitely think you need to have a talk with JT. I think he hit the wall about 14 times, and you definitely got a car to repair after this one.
Yeah, what was going on
there? He had some choice words for this thing tonight. It was wildly inconsistent on what it would do. One lap it would drive amazing. The next lap it would be dirt tracking out of the turns. And the next lap it had absolutely no front end. You'd knock down the fence. So it just made no sense at all what was going on tonight.
Well, let him know we're praying for him and hope he can get it figured out.
And hopefully he's got it figured out by next week, because turn 1 and 2 or 1 and 3 at Indianapolis are based off of turn 2 here at Pocono. So we're gonna have to figure that out.
Yep. Well, you have a good rest of your night, man. Congrats on the P5, getting another top 5, and we'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. We'll see you.
All right, let's go ahead and talk to Matthew Byers here. Hey, Matt, it's Jesse and Blake in the booth. You got us?
Got you, man.
We took home P4. I think you were in no man's land there kind of near the end, but before that, the rest of the race, you were battling for all sorts of positions. How'd it go from your end?
It was a fun race. Didn't quite have the car to compete with Cam. He was fast all night. But I think me, the 28, the 53, and all of us, we all had about the same car. It just came down to who didn't make mistakes. 'Cause we were all like under a blanket the whole race. So it was a lot of fun.
Got anything, Blake?
Yeah, I just want to say, you definitely did a great job there at the end. You were able to pull away from the rest of that group and take home a fourth place run. Not too bad. The 3 cars in front of you look pretty strong.
It was a solid run. I'm happy with it, but I wanted just a little bit more, but I'm not sure what more I could have done.
Hey, a top five is a top five, and that's pretty good to me. You got any shout outs you want to make before you get out of here tonight?
I'd like to thank my friends and family for watching and y'all for the broadcast. That was a good race.
Absolutely, man. Well, we appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Let's go ahead and bring up P2, Bryce Barfield. Hey, Bryce, you got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, for right after the stage yellow there, you had a good bit of leading some laps there. You were holding off Cam pretty good, and I guess he got by you right before that yellow flag came out, and he just took off from there. How'd the car feel tonight?
It was all right. I definitely wasn't the fastest car, but I felt like I could hold him off pretty well. A little bit of a frustrating way to lose the lead, the way it all happened, but it's part of it.
It looked like Vincent was getting right up to your bumper there near the end, but you were able to hold him off. Do you think if it kept green for a couple more laps, it would have been a closer finish there between you two?
Yeah, I think we were kind of just working together, trying to get some momentum going down the straightaways. But there at the end, I just drove the car, somehow held him off.
Man, Cam was on vacation from like 15 to go. At that point, I would have just said, give me the spot, man. But I guess I could see where you guys were trying to make up some time on him. Blake, you got anything for Bryce?
No, nothing else. Him and Vincent had a good battle there, and like Bryce was able to hold the bottom, and Vincent went up high and lost too much ground, and then Bryce was able to bring home P2. So good job out there tonight.
Appreciate it.
Got any shout outs you want to make, bud?
Yeah, my dad and my brother are watching. My girlfriend's watching. So shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out. Good to have him. Thanks for watching. And we'll catch you next time, man.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Oh,
Let's he done left and screwed me all up. But let's talk to the man, the myth, the legend who dominated this thing. Let's bring him up, Cam Patterson.
just
Cam, it's Blake and Jesse in the booth. You got us, man?
I got you.
Dude.
Yeah.
Did that thing pass the post-race inspection? I gotta ask.
We might have snuck in a few things before the race, but overall it did. We got it. We got it through. Just barely. They had their suspicions.
I was gonna say that thing was on rails there. I mean, there was a pretty good battle there between you and Bryce right after the stage, but I guess you got by him right before that. We had that yellow flag, and once you were restarting first, you just took off from everybody. I think at one point the lead was almost 6 seconds. Was that what you were expecting tonight?
I didn't know what I was expecting, really. I just wanted redemption because I remember last year I almost won and I messed up the last turn in second place, and so I lost the lead and then lost the race. And so ever since then, I was just hunting for that win. And then I swapped to setup manufacturers and went to one place, and now they gave me some insane bullet for this race. And I guess I just really like Pocono, so. I don't know. I was more expecting like a little bit of a closer field. Me and Chris Vincent pretty close in the championship right now. He's got his fast cars. I got my fast cars. And then Bryce, he'll sort of just come out of nowhere and be in the lead at some points. But I'm glad it turned out this way. Really, I am.
Yeah, I mean, you drove a hell of a race. Blake, you got anything for him?
No, not much. Just wanted to ask him how similar do you compare Pocono to the upcoming race at the Indianapolis Oval?
I'd say that the turns one is definitely not like Indianapolis, but 2 is more like a shorter version of Indy's 90-degree angle turns, and then 3 is like a slower, more rough version. Indy sort of has more satisfying turns that you can roll the car through, and turn 2 at Pocono is more like a kink, and turn 3 is more like a long, rough hairpin that's giant. Not a hairpin, like carousel.
Interesting.
I'd say
All
it's
right.
pretty similar though.
I hear you, man. Well, congrats on the win. You dominated this thing other than a few laps. It was a hell of a drive from you, and congratulations. Go celebrate, man.
Thank you, man. Yeah.
Got any
will do.
shout outs you want to make?
Obviously, my teammate, Logan Physician, you know, he's always there. I always race with him. Sometimes we don't make each other's races, but 90% of the time, me and him are always calling. So it's great to have him as a teammate. Great guy.
I hear you, man. Well, congratulations again, and you have a good one.
Thank you. You too.
Well, Blake, that wraps it up here for 5150 Cup Series here at Pocono, the Tricky Triangle. Thank you for jumping in right here at the end, giving me a little color commentary. Surprised the hell out of me, I'm just saying.
Yeah, you know, I ended up getting home and I looked up and I figured the race would be over and I saw there was about 20 laps left and figured why not hop in here.
Well, I definitely appreciate you giving me some company. I'm sure all the folks will be tuning into you next week for watching the Indy broadcast.
Well, I hope so. And if you're free, feel free to hop in anytime with me.
I might make a surprise appearance. We'll see. But I want to give a shout out to everybody that decided to tune in tonight. If you're still here, you know, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. And we will catch you next time for some more 5150 action.